Dear students, before going to chirality, we must know what are symmetry elements. So today we will discuss about symmetry element. Okay, a molecule is said to be chiral or optically active if it has no symmetry element. Okay, except axis of symmetry. Only axis of symmetry is compatible with the chirality. Okay, so chiral compound may or may not have axis of symmetry, but it surely do not have plane of symmetry, alternating axis of symmetry, and center of symmetry. Okay, it may or may not have axis of symmetry. Now let's see each symmetry element one by one. So first check for the axis of symmetry. Okay, look at this: y axis, z axis, and x axis. The first example is ethene molecule, CH2, CH2. We know the structure of ethene. It has one carbon-carbon pi bond. Okay, so the molecule overall is flat molecule. Okay, two hydrogens are coming towards the observer. That's why they are represented by solid wedge. Two hydrogens are moving away from us, and two carbon atoms lie in the plane of board. The orbital picture is shown here on right hand side. Okay, now let's check whether this molecule have axis of symmetry or not. So first check for the axis of symmetry. Now pass the axis x-axis through the molecule and rotate it by 180 degree. Okay, you will get the same molecule because hydrogen will take the position of hydrogen. Okay, backside hydrogen will come to front side and front side will go to the back side, and we get the same molecule: C double bond C, H here, H here, H here, and H here. So after rotation by 180 degree, we'll get a same structure. That's why it has axis of symmetry. And which axis of symmetry? C2 axis of symmetry. Why? Because we rotated it by 180 degree. So 360 by 180 is 2. That's why the axis of rotation is C2. Okay. Now let's check another axis. Now pass the y-axis and rotate it by 180 degree. Okay, now in this case this hydrogen will take the position of this hydrogen, and vice versa. This hydrogen will take the position of this hydrogen, and vice versa. Okay, right hand side carbon will take the position of left hand side carbon, and left carbon will take the right position of right carbon. Okay, so after 180 degree rotation we get the molecule like this: C double bond C, H, 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 and H. If we label the carbons A and B, after 180 degree rotation, A come here and B will come here. Okay, just label the hydrogens also: A, B, C, and D. Okay, D hydrogen will come here and B here, A will come here, and C hydrogen will come here. Okay, but if you remove the all the labels, you can see that these two molecules looks same, and that's why this axis of rotation is also allowed. So it has another C2 axis of rotation. Okay, so the molecule have two axis of rotation. So you got this, whether the molecule have axis of rotation or not. Now let's check another example: benzene molecule. Okay, C6H6. Now pass the axis here and rotate by 180 degree. You will get the same structure. Okay, this ch will take the position here and vice versa. Similarly, these two ch will interchange and these two ch will interchange. Okay, and we get the same molecule. That's why this benzene will have C2 axis of rotation, 1, 2, 3, 3 C2 axis of symmetry, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 C2 axis of rotations are possible in case of benzene. Now okay, 6 C2 axis of rotation. Now look at the Z axis. Now rotate the molecule through Z axis by an angle 60 degree. Okay, now just label the carbon atoms A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, now rotation by 60 degree will get the structure. A will take the position of B, B will take the position of C, and so on, and F will take the position of A. Okay, so rotation through Z axis by 60 degree is allowed. Okay, and this rotation is allowed, therefore benzene have C6 axis of rotation. Why C6 axis of rotation? Because we rotated it by 60 degree and we get 6. That's why it has one C6 axis of rotation and 6 C2 axis of rotation. Okay, so you got it. Now let's check another example for axis of rotation. Carbon H, 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 H. The shape is tetrahedral. Each and every angle is 109 degree 28 minute. Okay, now if we view from the top side, it looks like this. H, below that the carbon. Okay, and to that carbon one hydrogen is here, one hydrogen is here, and one hydrogen is here. Okay, now from this view, if you pass the axis through hydrogen and carbon, that is from here through hydrogen and carbon, and rotate the molecule by 120 degree. Okay, then either in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction, then just label it HA, HB and HC. Then HA will take the position of HC, HC will take the position of HB, and HB will take the position of HA. But overall molecule remains same because hydrogen will take the position of another hydrogen and we get the same molecule H, then C, and here HB, HA, HC, HA. Okay, if we remove the labels A, B, C, then we can see that these two molecules are same. Okay, and that's why after 120 rotation we get the same molecule. That's why it has axis of symmetry. Which axis of symmetry? C3 axis of symmetry. Why? Because we rotated the molecule about this axis, about y axis, by 120 degree. That's why it has C3 axis of symmetry. Okay, now how many C3 axis of symmetries are possible? This is the one, this is the two. You can rotate through this axis passing through this hydrogen and carbon. 120 degree. You can pass through this 3 and you can pass through this. Okay, so total 4 C3s are there. So this is all about axis of symmetry. Now you can check for the axis of symmetry in case of ammonia. N H H H. Ammonia from top view it looks like this: lone pair, then nitrogen, it's circled. Okay, H H H. Okay, so you can rotate the molecule through this axis by 120 degree. Okay, that's why NH3 also have C3 axis of symmetry. Let's take another example. B F3 F, here F, here F. Okay, now you can write here broken and here solid wedge. Okay, so boron and fluorine lie in the board's plane. This fluorine is away from the observer and this fluorine is coming towards the observer above the plane of board. Okay, now from top it looks like this: B F F. This is the top view. So you can rotate the molecule through this Z axis by 120 degree. By rotating 120 degree, just label it. FA will take the position of FB, FB will take the position of FC, and FC will take the position of FA. Okay, that's why it has C3 axis of symmetry. So the molecule is symmetric. Okay, now let's see what is mirror plane symmetry or plane of symmetry. Again, the same example: C H H double bond C H H. Okay, now you can cut the molecule in between two carbon atoms. Okay, you will get two equal halves. That's why it has mirror plane symmetry. It is symmetric about the plane passing through the molecule in between two carbon atoms. Okay, by cutting the sigma and pi bond you will get two equal halves, this and this. These two equal halves are mirror images of each other. That's why it has mirror plane symmetry. Okay, now let's pass the another plane. I am passing the plane through these two carbon atoms. Okay, if you cut the molecule in, if you vertically cut the molecule which cuts the two carbon atoms, okay, then you will get two equal halves. One half contain half left hand side carbon, half right hand side carbon, and front side hydrogens. Okay, another part contain half left hand side carbon, half right hand side carbon, and backside hydrogens. Okay, so just write here like this. Just change the view of molecule. C one is left side carbon, okay, and here H. You have to cut the molecule from here. You will get two equal halves, this one and this one, okay. So it has second mirror plane symmetry. So how many mirror plane symmetries are there? Total two. One is this, now it has third mirror plane symmetry also, which cuts each and every atom because the molecule is flat, okay. Now when you cut the hydrogen, these two hydrogens, carbon, carbon, and right hand side two hydrogens, okay. So the two parts will contain all the atoms, half part of all the atoms above and half part of all the atoms below the plane, okay. So you can pass the mirror, you can pass the plane through all the atoms, okay. So half atoms of all these elements, carbons and hydrogens, are above the plane and half are below the plane, okay. Just like suppose this is the atom, okay. You have to cut this atom, then half atom will be above the plane and half atom will be below the plane. Similarly, as this molecule is flat, you can pass the plane through all the atoms, okay. So this is the third mirror plane symmetry of this ethene molecule have. Now look at this molecule. You have to convert this molecule into Fischer projection, okay. So our operation will become easy. View from this side, okay. If you look the molecule from this side, hydrogen and hydroxyl are away from you, so put it vertically, and from left hand side CH3, right hand side CH3, okay. So you can cut the molecule vertically, you will get two equal halves, okay. One half contains CH3, half hydrogen and half hydroxyl. Another group, another half, another side contains CH3, half hydrogen and half OH, okay. So it has mirror plane symmetry passing through this hydrogen, carbon and hydroxyl, okay. It cuts the molecule through these three atoms. One part contain one CH3, another part contain another CH3, okay. So it has mirror plane symmetry. Or you can write this molecule like this: CH3, CH3, okay, and hydrogen here and hydroxyl here, okay. Now view from this side, you will get CH3, CH3 moving away from you, that's why vertically placed. On right hand side hydrogen is there, on left hand side hydroxyl is there, because you are viewing from this side, okay. Now cut the molecule horizontally, you will get two equal halves. One half contain half of OH, half of H and CH3. Another part contain half of OH, half of H and CH3, okay. That's why it has mirror plane symmetry. And mirror plane symmetry is possible here because two groups are same. That's why we can cut into two equal halves, cut this molecule into two equal halves. Okay, now let's see the previous examples, whether they have mirror plane symmetry or not. Okay, look at this benzene. You can cut the molecule from here, you will get two equal halves. So one mirror plane symmetry, second mirror plane symmetry. You can also cut the molecule through this, third mirror plane symmetry. You can cut from here. Okay, so total six mirror plane symmetries are there. Second, okay, mirror plane symmetries are there, total six. Again, you can cut the benzene molecule horizontally. Okay, so you can cut all the six CH groups, all the six CH groups, so that one half contain all the half atoms, all the cut half atoms, and another half contain all the cut half atoms. Okay, so you can pass the plane which cut this hydrogen, this carbon, hydrogens, carbon, this carbon, hydrogen, and this carbon, hydrogen. Okay, so all the atoms you can cut into two equal halves. Okay, so this is seventh mirror plane symmetry. Six mirror plane symmetry plus one additional mirror plane symmetry which cuts all the molecules. Okay, all the atoms, sorry. Now let's check in case of CH4 molecule. Okay, you can see this molecule. Now you can see this molecule, tetrahedral molecule CH4. Okay, from top view it looks like this. Okay, so you can cut the molecule from HCH. Okay, HCH plane, so that one hydrogen will be a part of backside half, and this hydrogen will be a part of front side half. Okay, so you can cut the molecule in this manner: one hydrogen, second hydrogen, and carbon. You can cut the hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, and one part contain Hb, and another half part contain Ha. So it has mirror plane symmetry. Okay, so how many mirror plane symmetries are possible? One, two, three. Three mirror plane symmetries are possible. Okay, in fact, if you rotate the molecule, another mirror planes are also possible. Now let's see another example, BF3. It also have, it is flat molecule. Okay, means it is planar molecule. So it we can pass one extra mirror plane. Okay, now just cut the molecule from here. Cutting one boron, one fluorine, we get two equal parts. One part contain this fluorine, another part contain this fluorine. Okay, we get two equal parts which are mirror images of each other. So it has one mirror plane symmetry. Second mirror plane you can pass here. Third mirror plane symmetry you can pass here. Okay, so one, two, three. Okay, three mirror plane symmetries. And fourth mirror plane symmetry you can pass through all the atoms. Okay, this is the plane. So it has four mirror plane symmetries. The fourth plane can be passed by cutting fluorine, boron, fluorine, fluorine. Okay, in previous case you can cut only one boron and one fluorine, other two fluorines remain as it is. Okay, here. Now next one is alternating axis of symmetry or rotation followed by reflection. Okay, now let's check an example. Say here pH, pH, Cl, Cl. Okay, now rotate the molecule through this axis, say y axis, by an 180 degree. Okay, now 180 degree rotation, this this pH will take the position here, this chlorine will take the position here, this pH will take the position here, and this chlorine will take the position here. Okay, so this is the rotation. Okay, but what is improper axis of rotation? Improper or alternating axis of rotation is rotation followed by reflection. Okay, so put here mirror. Okay, and its reflection, you have to draw its reflection like this. Okay, now this pH, the mirror image comes here because we are reflecting it. Okay, rotation followed by reflection. Okay, this chlorine mirror image comes here. Okay, this pH mirror image will come here, and this chlorine, the mirror image will come here. Now look at these two structures. These two structures are same, that's why this molecule has rotation followed by reflection symmetry. Okay, and rotation is by 180 degree, that's why symbol is S2. It has rotation reflection symmetry. Okay, first rotate, then reflect, you will get the original structure. That's it. Now S2 is equal to Ci. Okay, each and every atom in the molecule has equal atom in exactly opposite direction about the center of gravity. Suppose this is the center of gravity of the molecule. Okay, one chlorine is here, exactly opposite side contain same atom. One chlorine is here, one carbon is here, carbon which have chlorine, the exactly same carbon should be there on opposite side with same atom, but it is also in opposite side. Okay, here CHCl, CHCl are opposite to each other. Okay, so this molecule is symmetric about the center. One pH is here, exactly opposite side another pH should be there. Okay, one CH is here containing pH, exactly opposite side contains CH containing phenyl ring. Okay, phenyl group pH. So this molecule has center of symmetry, center of inversion. Okay, let's take another example. C double bond C, H, 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 H. Okay, now invert all the atoms and check for the center of inversion. Just label it A, B, C and D. Okay, inversion of CB will take the position of CA and CA will take the position of CB. Invert the HA atom, exactly opposite side, HC atom, HD atom and HB atom. Okay, now you can see that the above structure and below structure are same. That's why it has center of inversion. We inverted all the atoms just like this. You can invert all the atoms. Just label the chlorine A, chlorine B. Invert, exchange the chlorine A and B. Okay, you will get the same structure because chlorine will take the position of chlorine, pH will take the position of pH. Okay, and so on. That's why this molecule has center of inversion, this molecule has center of inversion. Now let's take non-example, whether this molecule will have center of symmetry or not. Okay, invert it. Inversion will lead to this structure. H, all atoms are inverted, and this structure is not same. View is different. That's why center of inversion or center of symmetry is absent here. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching this video. We'll continue later.